Hey guys, my name is Christian. Hopefully you are all doing well. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought that we check out the Plugin Alliance Neold V76U73 plugin. And this plugin is an emulation of the famous V76 tube preamp and the U73 tube compressor from the same series. And if you're not familiar with these modules, they were made in the 60s. And the V76 tube preamp is usually mentioned to be one of the best, if not the best, tube preamp ever made. So today we are going to do a comparison between my TAB V76 hardware and put it up against the Neold V76 plugin. I do not own the U73 compressor, so we are just going to focus on the preamp part of the plugin. And if you like, you can check out my V76 versus Neve episode. To me, that was quite an eye-opener to hear how big of a difference a tube preamp actually makes. It was quite mind-blowing to see what a big of a difference it actually made to the end result. So I bounced a couple of tracks through the hardware and also through the Neold plugin. I then did a mix. I've measured the LUFS on all the tracks so we don't get confused by volume changes. I then did a mix down and we are going to listen to a comparison between the unprocessed stereo mix, the V76 mix, and the Neold mix going back and forth. All of these files are of course available for download. Feel free to download them. You'll find the link in the description. So let's listen to the comparison and then I'll come back here and wrap up this episode. Okay, so here we have the comparison, but before we begin I'd like to say that I could not attenuate the signal after hitting the V76, so I had to lower the in signal to the V76 and that caused it to be quite noisy. So to make this comparison fair, I did a loop of the noise floor and used that on the other stereo mixes just to make this comparison fair. But if you were to use the V76 in a tracking environment, it is not noisy at all. Just a small disclaimer. So let's start the test.
Another summer day has come and gone away. In Paris or Rome, I wanna go home. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. Just wanna go home. Ooh, I miss you, you know. And I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. I'm fine, baby, how are you? Well, I would say the mud, I know that it's just not enough. My words were cold and flat, and you deserve more than that. Another aeroplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know, but I wanna go home. I got to go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. I wanna go home.
Okay, so that was my comparison, and as you guys probably heard, the difference was very small between the hardware and the plugin. I do think that the mix itself benefited from either the Neold or the hardware, you know, giving it some more saturation. It sounded a bit more musical overall. But if you listen to my V76 versus Neve episode, like I mentioned, you'll hear how big of a difference it actually makes in a tracking environment. But just bouncing it through the hardware, I did not think that it made a big difference compared to the plugin. So if you like, you can check out the plugin for yourself. It's always nice to have different saturation tools at your disposal. And yeah, that is really it for today's episode. If you like this kind of content, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you guys around.